What's going on, everybody, and welcome to the other side of the Firewall podcast, where we talk about the latest and greatest in cybersecurity news, as well as we highlight those movers and shakers and glass ceiling breakers, those people of color who made it to the other side of the proverbial firewall. My name is Ryan Williams, and as always, I'm joined by Shannon Tynes.
What's up? What's up?
And LeVon Maynard.
Hey, welcome to the show.
What is going on? So welcome to Friday's episode. So if you tune in throughout the week, Monday we discussed some iOS issues when it comes to AWS cloud keys, like just keys to the kingdom out there. So definitely tune into that one to hear about that vulnerability. And then on Tuesday, we discussed a data breach that affected 2.5 million student loan debtors. Is that how you say it? It sounds so negative.
Borrowers.
Borrowers, there it is. Yeah, thank you. Just offended so many people. How their data was stolen and how it could have implications for the future when it comes to the debt forgiveness or loan forgiveness. Just getting phishing emails, things of that nature. So definitely tune in for that one. Then Wednesday we discussed a new application, not really new, but an application we haven't talked about in a long time when it comes to tech tools that offer police mass surveillance on a budget. So this one is Fog. This one's used by several precincts to build patterns of behavior from your movements and your cellular data. Thank you. I can't speak. Just the implications, right? There's some goods that can come out of it and some bads. So we have discussed about that on Wednesday. So definitely check that one out. And now Friday is the weekly rundown where we talk about everything else but cybersecurity. So definitely continue to tune in. These actually get more views than some of the regular episodes. So people actually like listen to us just talk. So definitely continue to tune in, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Share with your friends. But with all that being said, how was everybody's week?
Yeah, mine was pretty good. It wasn't too bad. I got a chance to watch some pretty good shows. Pretty busy with streaming a lot of content. I got to play a few games as well. I'll touch on the games real quick. There's only a few of them, but I finished off. I didn't mention this last week, but I finished off Far Cry 5, and went through all that. Pretty much did most of the quests. I didn't do like all of the like side quests, but obviously all the main stuff, and then like I got all like the weapons and stuff. But it was.
So is that the one in America? That's the one in America, right? 5.
Yeah, that was very like.
Okay.
I don't know, very real.
Yeah, very
this day and age too. Yeah.
Oh man, what was the federal compound? Waco, Texas type stuff.
I'm not too familiar with the Waco, Texas thing, but
oh really? Is that old now? Man, I'm so old. But
hey,
like
don't nobody know David Koresh. Man.
Yeah, David Koresh, he had the compound. Yeah.
Remember LeVon is the youngest of us too, right?
That's right.
we got some
so
years.
old. Am I getting so old?
Youngest one in the class.
You got something in the crew, LeVon. So like, yeah,
man. I do want to check that one out. I'm on 6 now, so I definitely want to go back and check out 5.
Yeah, I played 4 before this. Beat that one too. I think 4 was like the first one I really completed. I think I played like maybe the first 1 or 2. Like off and on, but I never like completed them. But I played a 4th one, which was set in like I want to say like some sort of like Malaysian like backdrop. But yeah, it was I like that one too. But it's different. They all have like their own like universe. They're not really like connected by anything that I've seen. There's no connection between the series.
So each one is separate. So I didn't know if it, like, I've never played Far Cry, right? So like I've seen the commercials and whatnot. Like it seems like in some places you have a South America, you'll have like an Asian, right? But like I thought it was a continuation of stuff that was going on just like in the world as a whole. Is they're each set separately? Okay.
Yeah, they're all separate. So you can just hop right into any one really if you just wanted to try one out. Say, hey, you're gonna get like a brand new story, brand new like characters, whatever, brand new boss. Like I think the one in Ryan's playing, I think you mentioned last week, but it's like what's the name? Esposito or something like that, or like He's pretty well. He's been in like a lot of shows. He's in
Better Call Saul, right? Yeah, he was. Yeah, okay, yeah. Better Call Saul.
And also the other version of it, which is
Breaking Bad.
Breaking Bad. Yeah, the main.
So
he's in that. Yeah, Apoyo. That's right. He's a good actor too. I like him. I like he's real. Like he seems like that's like all I know is him being like kind of like a bad guy. He's in like
Right.
every movie, every show I've seen him in, he's kind of like a
Yeah,
bad
there's
guy.
certain people who
He does
can't be
play a
good
bad guy.
guys.
Yeah.
There's certain people who can't be good guys. Like if you see
Right.
him in the credits of a movie, they're like, "Oh, so and so's gonna be like, that's the bad guy."
Yeah, that's the
That's
bad guy right there. Yeah.
not fooling nobody.
Right. Right. Yeah, he's always a bad guy, it seems, but he
Even in
plays
Star
it so well.
Wars. Yeah, he was bad guy
Yeah.
in Star Wars too.
Right. Right. Exactly.
He's in a new trilogy. The last, I guess, the numerically the 789. Is he in that one?
No. He was in was it Mandalorian?
Right.
Which
Mando.
Oh,
He
okay.
had the
I haven't gotten
then he
there
had the
yet.
black saber.
Yeah.
one? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I haven't gotten there yet.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
you're good.
my
You're
fault.
good. You're
Damn.
good. You can't. Man,
Spoilers.
listen, Star Wars has been around before I was born, so you can't spoil it. I can't get mad. I just now jumped
This is the
on.
new
I can't
stuff
get
though.
mad.
It's only been like a year or so since that came out. I can't remember. But yeah, no spoilers. But he's in that series. But
Okay. Okay. That's coming up though. I got to finish 5 and 6, then I get to watch The Mandalorian. So
yeah, I still got to watch the most recent Star Wars movie, like the last one that came out. And I never watched that one, but I have that in my queue. And then I finished Hollow Knight. Actually, I put about 50 hours into that game. Yeah, that game is kind of hooked me. It's like it's I guess kind of typical, but you start off with like no abilities. Basically, you can barely like jump, and then you got like a swipe, like a little tack. Then you get like a dash. You get like double jump. You get stuff like that. You can upgrade your weapons. You get all these different abilities. We can shoot out certain beams, and like you can absorb souls and stuff like that. But it's pretty legit. It's a good game. I can see why so many people like that. I know it came out like in 2017 actually, but it's still on Game Pass. And I think another one's going to come out within the next year. And I think it's coming out day one on Game Pass. I think I've heard, but I heard it's coming out. So like, I was like, I never played it before, so let me check it out. And saw the reviews. Everybody loves it. So I figured I'd check it out, and I see why people appreciate that game.
It's on Switch too, right?
I'm sure it is. It's a pretty simple game. It's like a 2D side scroller type game.
Yeah, those are the type of games I like to play in handheld mode, right? So now I got to pay the Switch tax. It's free on Game Pass, but I can't play Game Pass mobile right now.
Right.
So I'm gonna have to fork over whatever it is on the Nintendo shops, probably like full price.
I know Nintendo never has deals. It's full price for everything.
Yeah.
So it's
that's what's up.
Yeah, I definitely recommend that one. Check that one out. And then I've been playing I played some Horizon Forbidden West today. The second one, it's good. I say it's like, I don't know, it's kind of like relaxed to me. Like it's not like, it's not like Uncharted or like I don't know, Last of Us. We have all these dramatic action scenes all the time.
Gotcha.
It's kind of like more exploring. You see it's pretty scenery, and you interact with the characters, have these dialogues. You're trying to kind of figure out, because I'm still in the early stages of the game too, but just kind of trying to figure things out. Yeah.
Let's say you have the perfect TV for it. So how does it look on your television when you play it?
Oh, it looks great. It looks phenomenal.
It's amazing, right?
It's like life size. Like I'm right there with Aloy, like jumping and swinging on vines.
You got the 4Ks and the big screen.
Right. Got all the all the monsters with their electronic bits and looking like legit. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I might need to upgrade when I get home.
Right. I know you got your
myself. I might need to upgrade. I got the 75, but it don't have all the Ks. It does 4K basic. It doesn't have the 4K 60. I need the 4K 60.
It's a good size though.
It's size great.
Yeah.
Do you see how little his arm had to be twisted to be like, I need to get a new TV?
I need the Ks. Right? I need all the all 4 of the Ks and 60.
And it's Labor Day weekend. I think they have some sales going on too.
I can't go that fast. Can't move that fast.
Right. They just have it. Yeah, I don't know. You're almost out of there, so you might as well get something ready.
I know you don't want
at the house.
Wait.
I know you don't want to wait this long, Ryan, but like honestly, and I read this and I was like, man, it kind of makes sense. But one of the better times to buy new TVs is before the Super Bowl. believe it or not.
Yes, I heard that too.
Have a
Yeah.
Super Bowl party, and I was like, man, that makes sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I
But
think
even that's too soon.
Right.
Even that's
Right.
too soon. I gotta plan this out. It's like buying a car. I gotta do my research.
Yeah. I think that's true, Shane. I think too, so like I think that's around the time too when they have like they're starting to come out with the new ones, the ones for that year are going to start coming out, so they're going to try to get rid of the old, like for example, like 2022 TVs when it comes 2023. So that's a pretty good time, I think, to get TVs. That's when they normally drop pretty good.
Tax returns too.
Tax returns and all that. Yeah, got a lot of trying to get your money.
Yeah,
So,
but yeah, it's sometime in the future, like when I get home, because I would need at least a 75, but seeing some bigger ones out there. Seeing some
right. Get that 82. Get that 82.
I'm gonna have to take the because we have some pictures behind the TV, like on to the sides of it, right, just right outside of its border. Those got to get moved. Got to shift those over a little bit.
Get them pictures out of there. Don't need them.
Yeah, and you make space.
Put them in the album somewhere underneath the desk.
Right. We'll see what the future holds. But I mean, distractions. We said Horizon Forbidden West.
Yeah, Forbidden West. That's pretty hot. And playing some Halo multiplayer. I've been getting into that pretty good. It's always fun. Just kind of hop into that randomly.
Okay.
And I started playing. Actually, I haven't played it in like a little bit now, but it's really fun. But I don't know if you guys have played. I think it's called Fall Guys. It's just like a game where
I played it once. Yeah,
I played it once. Yeah. What'd you think about it?
It's fun. It's like playing Octodad, but competitively, like because the physics are just crazy. Like so Octodad, you play as an octopus that's dressed up like a man, and he controls just like that.
Yeah.
So it's made to control poorly on purpose to be funny.
Right.
That's how it kind of felt like Fall Guys was. Yeah. Like you have to be like even if your time is perfect, like the physics can still throw you off, right? So everyone has a shot, so to speak.
Yeah, that's pretty much how it is. It's just like I'd say it's like it doesn't seem too like wobbly like that. As you describe it, doesn't seem that crazy. But you just run everybody runs at the same pace. They're kind of like little characters, little men that you run, or women, I guess. You can run around with. You have like you customize and put outfits on them, but you just pretty much it's pretty much like a big obstacle course or like a big what do you call those? Like a
ninja
like a ninja warrior
ninja warrior or what's from when we were kids? What was that? The gladiator one. What was that called?
American Gladiator or something else?
American Gladiator. Yep, American Gladiator.
Yeah. But you just like
kids? Did you say they were kids?
So when we were kids.
Oh, I thought you were saying the American Gladiators were kids. I was like, no, they were grown.
They
should have had a kid version though. That you mentioned it. They should have like
Storm wasn't having it,
right.
Knocking people off the pedestals.
Yeah, Razor and like all these crazy
Hydro.
Like names. Hydro.
It's crazy,
Yeah, I love that. I just like their the crazy personalities associated with their
right.
But that was a good show. Back in the heyday, but yeah. So that the Fall Guys is pretty fun. I played it. I say the very first time I played it, I got to the finale, like the last like match, but I didn't win. But I was like, it's not too bad. It's like I think it's I'm sure some people have a little bit more. It's easier for more people, for certain people. Because it's pretty typical, just kind of like you jump and you have to time your jumps, time your like dodges to be like a random like spinning fan, and you gotta like walk through it without getting hit by one of the blades. Or you gotta jump across some sort of teeter-totter, and if somebody jumps on this side, then you're gonna be going like up more, and you gotta have to balance it and try to get to the next one before somebody else jumps on it and then messes up your timing. So it's just a bunch of random things like that, but it's a pretty fun game. And then I watched a whole bunch of stuff, but Primal, I just give it a shout out to that. The most recent season is fire. Last episode had me like, oh my God, this is getting hot. And then I watched Me Time with, I'm not sure if you guys watched it with Kevin Hart and
Mark Wahlberg.
Mark Wahlberg.
How was that?
It was just okay. It's like I didn't really expect much of it. It's just
You're not a Hart fan though. You're not a Kevin Hart fan.
Yeah, Kevin Hart just I don't know. He's just he doesn't do it for me as much as he used to back in the heyday. Like I used to be a big Kevin Hart fan. Like watch all his comedy specials and like But yeah, I'm not as big a fan of him. But I mean, I really enjoyed the one we talked about before, like his kind of like a legit, like kind of murder mystery type.
Oh yeah, right?
Wesley Snipes with his brother and all that. That was a good one.
Had me on the edge of my seat.
Yeah, that was a good little mini series or whatever it was. But yeah, some of this comedy stuff hasn't really been doing it for me. But I think I think it's. But I'll say this. I mean, I did enjoy the one just before this what he did with Woody Harrelson.
Man, I didn't see that one yet. Was it good?
Yeah, I thought that was fun. That was a fun movie. It was good. I watched it with the wife.
Okay,
it's a pretty cool one.
That is like very Kevin Hart. So I'm kind of surprised you say that, right? Because like watching, I'm like, that's right up his alley of what he does. Just plays an idiot for a little while. Like, oh,
right.
You know what I mean?
He is like the same character in like everything. You're right. He's like the idiot. Like, oh my God, what's going on? Oh my God. But there's that one part. I think you saw the movie, but the one part where he's like, he like threw up on the guy when he like, I think he cut him or something like. I remember that had me cracking up. Like, what the?
I need to check it out. I might watch it tonight. I need to watch something tonight. I might watch that tonight.
Yeah. I enjoyed the Woody Harrelson one more than I enjoyed the Me Time. Me Time was just really typical. Like, I don't know, really like cookie cutter. I could have like directed that movie, but
see, this is my thing with Netflix, right? Because that one was Netflix, right?
Yeah.
Me Time. So like, this is my thing with Netflix is that they are, to me, they're kind of doing what I see Apple TV doing, and I shouldn't discourage them for this, right? Or disparage them is what I'm trying to say. Disparage them and be like, they're just getting a bunch of names and then put something out there that may not be a quality product, right? So people will watch it because Mark Wahlberg is a big name.
Yeah, Mark
name, right? Like I see that with the Apple TV stuff, and I say this and I haven't watched any of it, so I could be.
It works though. It works so well. Like, well, at least for my type of genres, right?
To where it's good. To where it's good.
It's good.
Or where it gets you to watch. Okay, all right.
No, it's good. Like the Swan Song with Mahershala Ali. It's like one of their best. I was like, this is really good, but you got to really be into the stuff I like.
I was gonna mention some old movies, be like
dystopic, dystopic,
yeah.
sad ass movies. It's my genre. It's my go-to. But no, Netflix, I think they go in tiers, right? You got your AAA, your AA, and your A. Like probably the Mark Wahlberg is just an A. Put some names in it, kind of funny.
But that's what I'm saying is you have to pay them a pretty penny to go and do that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Or they're like doing the production on it to where a lot of that money is coming back on them based off. I don't know how Netflix does it with streams or whatever, right? Like how they make money doing that. But I see a lot of that where it's like you have big names here and like you didn't put a lot of effort into this. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know.
Yeah, that's kind of how I feel with the most recent one. It's just very very typical. Just get your big names, put them in a little comedy flick, like kind of a typical like storyline with these buddies that go way back and they kind of like they separate and then come back together and kind of like, oh man, I missed you, man. And it's they go on some kind of crazy adventure, get hemmed up with some stuff that they shouldn't be getting hemmed up with. And that kind of stuff starts falling apart a little bit, and then kind of comes back together at the end, that kind of thing. But yeah, so I watched the most recent episodes of Mike on Hulu. I've been enjoying that. It's really like it's different, like because they break the fourth wall. What do we call it? And so it's like it's pretty much he does that the entire time, and he's even on stage like a comedy show talking about his life. But the actor is really good, and he really he embodies the Mike Tyson like character, his persona. Very believable. Obviously, he's also like built like him too. And he's talking like him. He has a gap in his teeth or whatever. And
the mannerisms are dead on.
He's
really good on it.
He does it for sure.
So I think like when you initially talked about it, I think you undersold it a little bit because like I started watching it. And I was like, and like I initially had a problem with the fourth wall breaking, like you're talking about. I was like, man, that's
kind of caught me off guard.
That's why I didn't like Deadpool 2 so much, right? I'm like, okay, I realize Deadpool does this, but does that have to be every 5 minutes? But like it works here because it's not for extended periods either, right? Like he may say maybe 2 sentences, like at the most, and then he's right back to doing the acting again. But yeah, I've been watching that too, man, and it was I like it. I think it's a pretty good series.
Yeah, I've been enjoying it. It's grown on me too, and I just think, like you said, that fourth wall thing kind of caught me off guard. It's kind of like I said, I messaged you guys. It's kind of like the what about Chris or whatever.
Everybody
hates Chris, right? Yeah. So it's kind of like I don't know, like let me tell you about my life kind of thing, and like I'm kind of talk third person or something. I don't know, but yeah. So I've been enjoying that. Then I watched, which is also on Hulu. I've been watching the oh my god, the American Horror Stories is what it's called. I called it Story last time, but it's actually Stories because it's all individual episodes. Watch the most recent episode of that one. It's pretty good. It's kind of crazy how it ends too, but watch that. And then I've been digging Titans on HBO Max. I've been watching a little bit of that. I didn't like the first season as much, but then the second season actually kind of got me hooked. It's got a little bit more like, I don't know, gritty, and like, I don't know, some stuff kind of went down. It's kind of caught me off guard. And it's like it's more real. I kind of like the real superhero movies or shows where they curse and then like people get like shot and like, you know, blood and stuff, like, you know, that kind of stuff. It's not like I don't know, just a rated PG or rated G like superhero movie. But it gets real on there.
Did you watch Harley Quinn? I didn't watch it this week.
I did. I watched the most recent episode that Ryan was mentioning. I thought it was pretty good. It went it got into some of Batman's history, whatever.
Right. I like how they're not afraid to like kind of switch things up a little bit. Like,
yeah. I liked the part where, I don't know, Harley's making fun of herself. Yeah, I thought that was kind of funny.
Right. Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, she just kind of putting it on there, kind of thick. But yeah, it's like, you know, obviously we talked about it before. It's not maybe as good as when it first started. It's not as like, I say not as dark maybe as when it first started out. I think that's what we kind of came to. Like, it doesn't really get as I don't know. It's more like contained and like less like just a less like in your face, like gritty, like the first season, I think. But it's still good. I still watch it. I check it out anyway, it's only like 20-minute episodes. So let's check them out real quick. And then I watched the most recent season of Cuphead, which is good. I enjoy that. I enjoyed the game, so I just watched the show, and it's pretty cute. And it's funny though. It's like it's kind of real too. They don't curse or anything, but it's like it's not like super. It's not really made for kids, I don't think. But and then I watched a little bit of Sam Morrill. I think it's his comedy special. I just started it like before we got on the podcast. I watched it like maybe the first 15 minutes, but it's pretty hilarious. He had some good jokes on there. But I won't spoil it for you guys. And the last thing I'll put on there is that
it just came out.
Yeah, it just came out like maybe in the last week or so.
Okay, I'm gonna add it to my watch list. Watch list. There it is.
Yeah. It's good. It had me cracking up for sure. The first 15 minutes. And then last thing I'll say. Well, last thing I'm gonna. JoJo Bizarre Adventure came out. We'll watch that. I haven't watched the latest season because they just released some more episodes, so I'm gonna catch up on that. And then I watched most recent Big Brother, which I told you guys about before. It's they're in the house and they gotta get voted out the house, kind of thing, reality show. It's actually been kind of interesting. They got into some racial things the last episode. I was like, oh damn, this kind of got real. Like stuff that wasn't like, you know, they're supposed to kind of like backstab each other and do some stuff like that, but then they turned on like the race card, and that kind of like took it to a whole different level. And people were like, nah, we don't play that around here. And kind of vote somebody off for getting like too I guess too real or too like controversial.
That's a racism.
Right. Yeah, we call that racism. That's a racism. Yeah, they got voted off. But it's kind of sad to me too, because I kind of didn't want the guy I wanted him to get voted off before even this kind of spun up. But I was like, I didn't want him to get voted off for that reason. Like, and it was kind of like a misunderstanding a little bit, or maybe like, you know, he's a nice guy, but he didn't mean to say certain things that kind of came off racist. But yeah, they end up kicking him out the house. But I'll leave it at that. But that's all I had to say about that. I'll turn it over to you, Shannon. I'm sorry I took off like 15 minutes just talking about my stuff.
No, you're good, man.
You're
You're good. But I actually didn't take in a lot this week. I played a little bit of Madden. They did an update on it to where it kind of started slipping into last year's things that kind of upset me a little bit, right? Like I'm on the new generation. I don't know if we say next gen or what, right? Like if it's a PS5, like
it's confusing, yeah.
current gen,
right.
like
Current gen.
know,
Yeah,
right? Yeah,
right.
So, but
it's
like
so hard
I'm
to
on
find,
that.
so this might be still next gen.
It might still be next. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Like it's not as readily
Not everybody
available
has them, right?
as it could be. But like after their first update, they kind of did some stuff that I was like, man, you kind of slipping back into what y'all did last year. Like this wasn't when I first played the game, but I mean, it's still cool. It's still cool for me, right? Like football season's getting ready to start up here, so NFL football season, but college started up today. But yeah, so like it's one of those things where I'll give it it's just due, but I'll probably get sick of it sooner rather than later if they keep up going this way. Mike, like I'm liking the series Mike, man. It's funny to me too. Like when I watch it, I'm just like, oh man, like it's crazy, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like because I follow boxing, like some of the stuff they're talking about in the story and whatnot, I'm like, oh yeah, like I've read his book Undisputed Truth, right? And I'm like, oh yeah, that was in the book, you know what I mean? But like even though he doesn't sanction this series, you know what I mean? Like Mike is not happy about it because Hulu, he's like, yeah, they're not paying me anything for it or whatever, right? But some of the stuff that's in there is like, yeah, okay, that did happen, right? Like that happened, Mike, you know what I mean?
Right.
But it's kind of funny, some of the stuff, because even sometimes like they'll do a scene where something will happen, you'll be like, oh, I don't remember that, and then he'll be like, nah, that's what I should have done, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you're like, oh,
right.
okay, all right. I was like, man, I don't remember that being said or being done.
Yeah,
like, that's what I should have done. But
right.
Yeah, so it's a good series. I like it. But other than that, yeah, man, I didn't get my Harley Quinn in because like for me, I'm just kind of like, man, like it really isn't the first 2 seasons, so I'm not in a rush to really watch it or do anything with it. I did watch I don't remember if I watched this last week or if it was this week. So Untold, the series Untold on Netflix. Did I talk about that already?
I know what you're talking about though. But...
Yeah. So they did the one on I watched the one on Manti Te'o, the guy that got catfished.
Yeah.
You guys remember this? Yeah.
So I don't remember that story.
It was like 10 years ago now. Yeah, he was a Notre Dame player. He was up for the Heisman and all this. But he got catfished, and it was before catfishing was catfish. You know what I mean? Like people say it now, they're like, "Oh yeah, I know what catfishing is," but back then it was somewhat new. Like I don't even know if MTV had the show then. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, it was one of those things, or it was just coming out or something. But he didn't know what it was. Like it was his uncle who was a lawyer who mentioned it to him. Like, I think you're getting catfished, and he was like, "What is that? Like I don't know what that is." You know what I mean? That's how new it was at the time, 10 years ago. But yeah, that was a good one to watch. But they have a lot of other ones in that series that I plan on watching. The NBA referee that got caught not fixing games, but like making calls to like cover certain point spreads and whatnot. They got one of those on there that I plan on watching. I'd already seen Malice at the Palace, so they got good stuff on there. I'm a documentary watcher. Every once in a while I get in the mood and then I'll just keep watching like documentaries and whatnot. So I think I'm starting to get back to that phase again. I started rewatching. I've seen the series already before, but My Wife and Kids. If you've never seen that series, yeah, that series is hilarious to me.
Did you say you had never seen it, or you said
I
you rewatched?
I have. Okay. I'm rewatching it, yeah, but like, I said, if y'all have never seen it, like,
gotcha,
got a shot. Like, it's funny.
Right.
But Damon Wayans and
hell
Tisha, yeah,
so, yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah, it's funny to me. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Like I said, I didn't get a lot of content. And She-Hulk. I don't know if you guys watched She-Hulk.
I didn't watch the most recent one. Yes.
Oh man, you gotta watch.
That was good.
One. Yeah. Oh man, like the end credit scene is more hilarious than usual, right? So
nice.
They have an end credit on every episode, but I was just like, like I know of the person that's in there, but I don't really pay attention to the person, and I was just like, wow, people really love that person. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it nice. Was She-Hulk was good. I'm curious to see where this is going to turn out, right? Like the way this is going, I'm like, this can really backfire. Like everything that's going on. But yeah, She-Hulk was pretty good. That was a good one. That's pretty much it for me. What about you, Ryan?
Let's see. So I watched episode 4, Star Wars. I haven't talked about it in a while, so I'm back on the grind. I'm gonna probably watch episode 5 today or tomorrow. Try to get it in. Um, I'm trying to get to the Mandalorian because I heard so many great things about it. But 4, 5, 6 are the original trilogy or whatever. It's not bad. Actually, like you can definitely tell the new stuff versus the old stuff. The new stuff that makes everybody upset. Well, it's a lot of desert here, so they added some CG characters that just don't blend in very well because this is made in the 70s. But aside from that, I mean, it's fine. And now I have more context. So Rogue One is still my favorite so far. I'm just gonna put it out there. I know it's like some people gonna be upset. Oh well. This is what happens when you start Star Wars in the year 2022. You like what you like. All right. So Rogue One is my favorite so far. But yeah, so I plan on watching 5 later. What else? Harley Quinn. I thought that was a really good episode. So I think they're getting back at what I like about the show. But yeah, it still doesn't compare to season 1 and 2 or off the chain. I watched a documentary, Mommy Dead and Dearest on Netflix. It's I don't want to give anything away. So basically, a girl's on trial for having something to do with killing the mom, but then you find out why she had the mom killed, and you just like it makes you keep vacillating between like murder is wrong and okay, she's also a victim, so it's kind of like you know, but there's some twists in there. There's a couple twists where I'm just like, oh, this is like it's good. This is a good documentary. It makes you go back and forth a lot, and how you feel about the girl who's on trial. So I would definitely check that one out if you get a chance. It's an HBO documentary. What else did I watch? I think that's it for movies. I feel like I'm forgetting something, but I have not watched Tice, or I haven't watched Mike because I don't have Hulu. I'm holding out. I'm gonna get Hulu when the series is over, like a marathon it. It was say even work over here. I don't even know. Like my wife recently got Stars, so she gave me the username password. Can't use it here.
Oh,
I'm blocked.
You got VPN or something you can use?
I would have to VPN. I just don't feel like it. I just want to watch on my Xbox. If I can't watch on my Xbox, these are first world problems. I just can't watch on my Xbox. I don't want to watch
it. Hey, you got like a Fire Stick over there or something, or like a I don't know.
Yeah. It's just too much work, man. I'm already paying for. Like if I'm paying for it, I just want it to work. I don't have to put work in the thing I'm paying for.
Right.
But I'm also lazy, so there's that. Did I play anything? Like that's a couple games I wanted to play. Like I wanted to play Halo, never got into it this week. Haven't finished Trek to Yomi yet. Still gotta jump on that. I did play Far Cry 6 a little bit. I'm not progressing as quick as I want to though, right? I'll do a mission and then I'll go do something else. I do a mission and I'll do some schoolwork or something like that. I'm like, nah, I want to sit there for hours. I just want to run around and blow stuff up. But yeah, I just been swamped with school because I'm teaching an 8-week class in 4 weeks. So each week is 2 weeks worth of material. I just now caught up in the last week. Like I've been behind this entire time. Right. Finally caught up for the last week. So once that's over, then I plan on jumping on a game or something.
Right.
Between that and I'm gonna try to squeak out one more cert before I leave. Maybe try to get the AWS fundamentals or whatever it's called. I can't remember what it's called off the top of my head, but maybe we'll see. We'll see what happens.
You can do it.
Time is short.
Do it.
Time is short.
Right.
Like but potentially, I don't know, because I had a goal in my mind and I didn't meet it. So I'm like, at least get something just before I leave. But so we'll see. And then you showed me the Cyberpunk anime that's coming out, so I can't wait for that to drop because that looks like it's gonna be straight fire. But it made me want to play the game. But every time I pick up the game, I just don't like it. Like I don't know if I just have not put enough time into it, so I haven't unlocked enough stuff to be fun. But just basic shooting mechanics, don't like them. Stealth is decent. So I play a lot of stealth, and driving is terrible. Like if I have to go from point A to point B, or if I have to chase something down, I just like, man, this is trash. The only things that drive well are the motorcycles. But if you hit something too hard, your bike could just fly into the background. I got stuck
sunset.
in an I got stuck into an overpass. Like my body was sticking through an overpass, and I was stuck.
How long?
I just had to restart the chapter.
How long what's the last time you played it?
Last month.
Okay. I know that they had like a lot of bugs when it first came out. And
Oh yeah,
maybe
it was
even
terrible.
further on. Yeah.
Yeah,
I guess
because you could just
they put a bunch of patches. Yeah. They put a bunch of patches out there.
You could literally just be walking and it just explode. That was a thing. But,
seriously?
Yeah, I don't know what happened. Like there needs to be a documentary on what happened to the development of this game. I've been hyped for this game for so long. But yeah, you can YouTube it from back in the day, like because there's devices in the environment that you can hack. They're microwaves, and you can make them blow up. But sometimes they just blow up, and will instantly kill you. Stuff like that would happen. So it's better, but it's still nowhere near perfect, which is very infuriating because I really wanted, like, I was like Witcher, but with Cyberpunk theme, give me that. It's not Witcher Cyberpunk theme. They dropped the ball on it hard. But the anime though, that looks good. And then when it comes to anime, I watched some more Classroom of the Elite. I think I'm in season 2. It's actually still pretty good. And then I started an anime called Licorice Recoil. It's like stereotypical like orphan girls trained to be assassins, but it's actually really good.
So you be finding these random. I was just thinking about this earlier. I was looking at Crunchyroll earlier. I was like, yeah. Sorry, I'd say Ryan finds all these random animes. I never heard of these.
I like for it to be short. Like if it's too popular, it's gonna last for too long. I like for it to like this might only be 2 seasons. I'm fine with that. Like give me
short
what I
popular
want
ones
and get out. Get in, get out. I don't do the long animes. I don't do that. But this one's actually pretty good. Like it's starting to get some traction. So I'm getting nervous. I don't want them to stretch it out. Just let's get in there. Let's get it done. Let's get over it. Let's go move on to the next thing. But so far so good. I think that's it for anime. That's the only thing. I'm looking for a movie. I might start Weathering with You. I don't know if you've seen that one. It's by the same dude who did what was his last one? I think it's You. I think no, it's Your Name. The guy who did Your Name, he did Weathering with You.
Is that the one where you said he did like 98% of it by himself? Is it that same guy? Or no? Am I thinking something different?
I think you're thinking about Tunic, the video game. That guy did 98% of the game by himself.
Okay.
Yeah. Which thank you for reminding me. I have not played that in a minute, so I probably forgot all the mechanics. I got to start over. I haven't played that game since we talked about it last time. It was so good. I have no clue where I'm at. So I gotta pick a game and stick with it. So it's probably gonna be Far Cry 6. I'm gonna actually finish it, and then once I'm done with that, I'll go back and play the smaller games, Trek to Yomi, Tunic, and all those other ones, knock those out. So.
I've been trying to I typically, like, if I know the game's short, I try to knock that one out first. Like Trek to Yomi, I think it's like a 5-hour game or something like that. So I knocked that one out back in the heyday. Then some other ones that are like really short games. But I know the problem. It's like sometimes you get so many games, you're trying to like figure out which one you want to play. But I've been trying to do better about that. Just like focus on one game at a time and like make sure I'm getting through this one. I have this one that, like when I play Far Cry 5, I was focused on that. But then I play like Halo if I just want to take some time off or just play some multiplayer real quick. But then if it's anything I'm going to sit down and like really play, I get on Far Cry. And then the same thing with Hollow Knight when I was playing that.
I think I'm gonna blame Game Pass for that. Like, so back when I was poor and could only afford one game at a time, I made sure to always beat those several times. Now we're spoiled. I can just start a game and then just be like, man.
Right. It's like, oh, another one came out. Let me go to this one.
Yeah. Ruining my gameography, right? The games that I've finished from beginning to end. But that's pretty much it. I think this week I'm gonna focus. Like obviously I gotta knock out this last week of school. And then I might finish the original trilogy for Star Wars, so I can be done with that, and I can move on to the new stuff. I like the new stuff over the original stuff. I know, blasphemy, whatever. But they have a lot of new stuff coming out. Like I saw there's a new Obi-Wan that's going to drop. I saw there's a Andor is going to be a series that comes out. Like all the new stuff looks good to me. But the original stuff, I care less. Like, I'm just trying to get through it. Like, sorry, Star Wars fans out there who are cursing me out. But new stuff is really good. And then, like I said, I'm going to focus on Far Cry 6. I'm trying to finish that before I get out of here. So
very good.
That's the plan. But all right, I think we've chatted it up. So appreciate everybody for tuning in and listening to our banter. Thank you, Shannon. Thank you, LeVon. It's always a great conversation. Continue to like, share, subscribe. Share us with your friends, please. Hit up all of our websites. They all go by our name. You can me up personally. I'm at Ry Security Guy. That's RY Security Guy. LinkedIn, Twitter, Clubhouse, and TikTok. And you, LeVon?
Yes, sir. You can hit me up on the Twitters at LeVon Maynard.
There it is. Stay safe. Stay secure.
Take care.